Hi there, I'm Angella Sharpe, and welcome to the Daily Mix. I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I actually didn't get to see you last Monday like I usually do because it was Martin Luther King Day. I got to spend that day, actually that whole weekend, with the St. Louis Cardinals during their annual winter warm-up event. Got to interview some of the players. There's Helsley right there. Got to talk to them, see what's new. Matt Adams came back, big city. It's always fun to talk to former players because they always get the loudest response when they enter the room. The fans love to see them. And then, of course, Wilson Contreras as well. But I interviewed some of the other guys, too. And it's kind of fun to get kind of back into the baseball spirit. But when you looked on the field, it was all snow and ice. So that was always, not really baseball season, but we're getting there. Spring training's not that far away. Today on the show is one of my favorites, Randall Noldge with the Cycle Showcase. He's going to be here, but he's brought an artist with him as well. Kelly Lee is here to show us some of her artwork, kind of tell us how they all go together with that Cycle Showcase. A ton of fun. So let's get started on today's Daily Mix. When you think of ice cream, what do you think? Summer treat, dessert? How about the perfect winter breakfast? This Saturday is National Eat Ice Cream for Breakfast Day, and Clementine's Creamery is ready to celebrate. They have all kinds of fun things planned for breakfast at Clementine's, including several new flavors created just for the occasion, a free mug for the first 50 households in line, photo ops, giveaways from Tiffany & Co. at all locations, and free pancake art by Dan Cakes at a few of the locations. I mean, that's a lot of giveaways, you guys. You can come dressed up in your favorite PJs and costumes, inspired, of course, by breakfast at Tiffany's, and enjoy breakfast at Clementine's from 9 to noon this Saturday, February 1st. You can find all the details at clementinescreamery.com. And the St. Louis Zoo will be hosting a series of job fairs beginning this week. They're looking for those interested in part-time work at the zoo, beginning as early as March. They're hiring for day and night positions, including catering, food service employees, attraction operators, education interpreters, security beats, retail and parking lot attendants, and so much more. Now, the job fair will be held in the Living World building at the zoo's north entrance from 4 to 7 on January 29th and February 6th, and from 9 a.m. to noon on February 15th. To learn more, go to stlzoo.org/employment. Have you been thinking about a new home design project, but maybe you aren't sure where to start? ADJ Interiors, a nationally renowned design firm, is opening its Webster Groves Design Studio to those seeking free advice for their design projects. The new Design Advice Happy Hours will be held on the first Thursday of every month and are free and open to the public. In addition to design advice, the events will also feature signature cocktails, light bites, and of course, fun conversation. The first Design Advice Happy Hour will take place next Thursday, Friday, February 6th from 5 to 7 at the ADJ Studio. For questions or to schedule a consultation, go to adjinteriors.com. The Flying Children of Circus Harmony are set to bring their next full-length show, Unbound. Gives us an exciting look at the characters behind a fairy tale in a way that's sure to amaze and amuse while teaching some deep life lessons. Get ready for flying beasts, hooping princesses, unicycling townspeople, and so much more. The show will take place at Circus Harmony inside the City Museum at 2 p.m. every Saturday and Sunday in February. You can find the details and plan your next visit at circusharmony.org. I just love what they do. I got to check them out once. That is a lot harder than it looks. They make it look so easy, those flying children. And if you want to learn more about Unbound, be sure to check out Todd Blackstock's latest episode of City Corner. He was able to sit down with the show's guest director for a close look at the production. Mickey and Minnie Mouse are ready to take audiences on a journey across raging seas, snow-covered mountains, and the Marigold Bridge in Disney on Ice presents Into the Magic. This action-packed show features Moana, Frozen, Coco, Beauty and the Beast, along with many of your other favorite Disney characters. Into the Magic skates into St. Louis, January 30th through February 2nd at Enterprise Center. Visit enterprisecenter.com for tickets and more information. This weekend also marks the grand opening of the Magic House, St. Louis Children's Museum's newest exhibit, Super Y, Super Readers Power Up. It brings the hit PBS Kids TV show to life with exciting hands-on interactives. Family can step into the magical storybook village where they can team up with storybook superheroes and use the power of reading to solve problems when they look at a book. The Super Y exhibit opens at the Magic House this Saturday, February 1st, and runs through September 7th. Visit magichouse.org to learn more. I was so excited to see the movie September 5th, right? I had to see it. I had to see it from more of the television aspect side. To me, it was very interesting that they happened to be there. This bad thing happened. What are you gonna do? That was really cool. But I took my dad with me just to kind of see somebody who's maybe not so much into the TV thing, what he thought. Well, he remembers as a tiny kid watching it on television, so he loved it too. I think you're gonna love it too. Check out September 5.
Ready, camera one. Hit it.
Good morning, I'm Jim McKay speaking to you live from the Olympics in Munich, West Germany.
Talk me through the day.
Starts with volleyball, then there's boxing.
Good. It's America versus Cuba.
Sure you want to bring in the politics?
It's not about politics, it's about emotions. And we're clear. Great job, everyone. Do you hear that?
Were those gunshots?
What's the situation?
The police are reporting that armed terrorists have attacked the Israeli athletes.
There's a hostage situation going on right now in the Olympic Village.
ABC wants news to take over.
Your sports, you're in way over your head.
400 yards away from where this is happening.
We are the only people capable of following it live. This is our story, and we're keeping it.
What do I tell the cameras?
What do you mean?
I mean, can we show someone being shot on live television?
We're on.
The piece of what have been called the Serene Olympics was shattered this morning. The games are still going on. Within a few hundred yards, 9 terrified living human beings are being held prisoner.
You need to understand how sensitive the situation is.
These are just local cops doing things they have never done before.
We'll make it broadcast history. More people have seen this than watch Armstrong land on the moon.
Now, police are on the roof.
Oh, guys.
That's a TV. Are they seeing what we're seeing?
What are you talking about?
Are the terrorists seeing this?
Our job is to tell the story of these individuals whose lives are at stake.
It's not okay. We made it worse.
It's a madhouse down here.
They know the whole world is watching. If they shoot someone on live television, whose story is that? Is it ours or is it theirs?
Again, a horrible set of circumstances, but the movie is really good. You should definitely check it out. And by the magic of television, I am joined by my guest, Randall. You know, he comes here all the time to talk about Cycle Showcase, at least once a year, right?
Thank you for having me back, yes.
We love having you back. It's one of my favorite events because my dad loves it so much.
Oh.
But you brought a friend with you. Who did you bring?
I brought Kelly Lee with me. She's a local artist, She's done all the lettering on all the riser papers that we've had all the bikes displayed on for years, and I just love her to death, and I'm happy she's here.
Well, we're happy to have you, so happy to be here.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Let's take it back for those fans and friends who are tuning in for the first time.
Okay.
They don't know what Cycle Showcase is. What is Cycle Showcase?
Cycle Showcase is a celebration of two wheels, more like a museum than a parking lot somewhere. When you think of bike show, when you normally say bike show, people think of a parking lot. This is, we really celebrate everything about the motorcycle, the beauty, the design, the engineering, the artwork. And with that, I've included artists as well. So it's not just motorcycles, it's artists, moto art, just a fun, inspirational weekend.
The motorcycles themselves are artwork, at least the ones at your show.
Yes.
I've been there before with my dad, and I've seen some very impressive, you can tell people spend a lot of time on that artwork, but you've also brought in art kind of outside of the realm of just on the bike.
Sure. And again, I feel like a motorcycle is a piece of art in and of itself. Why not include artists that work in that realm or are associated with the motorcycle world, if you will, you know? So it's a little bit of something for everybody.
Why is this so important to you?
I have no idea. it's in my DNA, I think. From my first motorcycle ride as a small child, taped to my uncle's sissy bar going down the highway. Something set in, and I was like, I love motorcycles.
I just love them.
I love them. So yeah, that and my love of art, and it's all come together with my production history. So yeah, we decided to make a show and celebrate this.
How many years have you been doing this show here in St. Louis?
I started in 2013.
Okay.
We had a couple years off there where we did some stuff, and then so this is our 12th year. Yes. Okay.
I like how we had to ask Kelly Lee, well, let's bring you into this. So the artwork on the table here is your artwork.
Yes. So I do a lot of hand-lettered artwork that is basically from repurposed art. I like to grab pieces that have basically been sloughed off or no one wants them anymore. So I grab them and then give it a new life. And I love doing hand lettering work, so that's kind of what I add to it.
Well, the hand lettering work we kind of talked about before we went on here.
Yes.
So tell me about Fast Eddie's.
Yeah, so I started doing mural work. I just became my own entity of my business this year and started venturing more into mural work, and so I just landed a job with Fast Eddie's, did some large mural work up there, over up in Grafton as well, so breaking into the larger scale pieces as well. So,
that's so cool. So
yeah.
That's a lot of work.
It is, yes.
Are you doing all of that painting?
So I create the designs, I put it all together. I do have helpers that do come, and I trust them. They're other artists, local artists. That's what I like to specifically work with as well. Bring them on, and so we can work on it together, and it becomes a collaborative piece as well.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
So at Cycle Showcase, what can people see of your work?
So I'll be bringing a lot of this stuff here, repurposed art. Definitely a lot hasn't been shown, but then I also do all the lettering on the risers like Randy was talking about earlier. I love being able to see all the bikes. The bikes are beautiful, so it's really cool to be able to go to each bike, write all the information on it, so everyone else can see the specialties.
Can see what's unique about the bike.
Exactly. We want everybody to feel comfortable when they come in and not be alienated and think this is a bike only thing. This is for families, this is for kids. And Kelly comes in and she'll write something on the paper that each bike is sitting on, describing a little bit about the bike and take some of the mysticism away from it.
I will say that I've been there before a couple times now with my dad. My dad is the biker guy. I am not. And I typically don't feel super comfortable at biker events, but this is one that I do feel very comfortable because there seems to be a lot of people more like me that really don't know that much about bikes themselves, but it's more of like an artwork.
Sure.
Kind of taking it all in.
Yeah, so. That was the goal from the get-go, was to include everybody, kids, grandmothers. It doesn't matter if you're a biker or not, as long as you appreciate art and design and beauty, and we try to include all of that in there, and it's a wonderful weekend.
Mix it all together.
Yeah.
Now, before you had a kissing dog booth.
Yes.
You're doing that again?
Yes.
Of course you are.
I will do that every year. A great rescue, Dirk's Fund, located in, I guess, down by Pacific, Missouri, I'm sorry, and the Great Pyrenees Rescue. Both of those rescues are going to join us, and we're going to have a puppy kissing booth.
So cute.
So we're trying to raise a little bit of money for those good folks and help the pups out.
I love that. What would you want to make sure that everybody listening, hearing us, seeing us, knows about this show? Why should they come out?
Well, this year we're at the City Foundry. So in addition to the show that's going on there, there's a plethora of food, all great local chefs that have opened spots there in the City Foundry. And this year, for the first time, we're doing a little movie thing at the Alamo Draft House, which is also there at the City Foundry. We're doing motorcycle movies all weekend.
Motorcycle movies all weekend?
Yes.
Oh, I love that.
Yes. I mean, not the whole theater. We've got one theater.
But you have one
We've
theater.
got one theater.
Did you select these motorcycle movies?
No. A friend of mine here locally, Will Thomas, is a filmmaker, and he's also a motorcycle rider. And I approached him and I said, hey, we're back at the City Foundry. I love being there, but we've got the Alamo Draft House. Let's connect with them, and let's try and connect all the businesses there at the City Foundry and make this a big open event. And so he selected some motorcycle films. I know Easy Rider's going to play.
I was going to say, I know Easy Rider.
You got it. As soon as you say that, that's the first one. Easy Rider's going to be there. The new movie that came out, The Bike Riders.
Okay.
I think it was Tom Hardy. I don't know.
Right.
Mad Max. I've actually got a Mad Max motorcycle coming that we're going to put in the lobby there. And so yeah, it's a whole weekend of fun motorcycle stuff.
When is this weekend of fun?
February 8th and 9th.
February 8th and 9th, like always. It's always during that other big situation.
That thing that happened last night.
Right. That other big thing
that we don't talk about in St. Louis.
So how do people get tickets?
Just walk up. There's no pre-sale. Just walk up to the door. It's $12.50 at the door. As cheap as a Happy Meal.
I mean, hey, it is great.
Right.
So you can go either Saturday, February 8th from 11 to 7, or Sunday, February 9th from 11 to 4.
And if you're under 16, 15 and under, you get in free. If you don't have a driver's license, come on down and get inspired.
Oh, I like that. You're trying to get more people on the road. Now, you also, last year, in addition to artists that you're going to have hanging out, you had some people with, some bike merch that, reflective, to keep you safe.
That happens to be what I'm wearing today.
That is what you're wearing, yeah.
Yes, this is a dear friend. I'm all fuzzy.
She's been on the show before, yeah.
Okay, yes. Alicia is fantastic, and she started this great company. It's called Peripheral Apparel, and she'll be there this weekend. Her thought process was, I want to design something that is reflective. I don't know if the lights can catch this, but when the light hits, it pops really hard.
Right, and that's very helpful for bikers.
And she said, I don't want you to look like you're on a construction site going down the road. Let's do something a little more fashionable, a little more trendy or what have you. And she's got this whole product line I just happen to be wearing today, and I firmly believe in it, and I support it, and I love her, and she's going to be there, and it's going to be great.
I love that. Kelly, where can people find out more about what you're doing, the art you're making?
So I'm just on hypotype.com. I do a lot of stuff on social media and everything like that. So I'm always constantly posting on that and always have things for sale on there as well. But I will also be stationed at the Cycle Showcase the 8th and 9th, you said?
8th
Yep.
and 9th, yes.
Yep.
One of those days I'll be there.
One of those days ago.
You better be there.
So I will be there with a booth set up, so it'll be great. Yeah.
In this booth, are you just showing off, or are you also
No, I'll
selling?
be selling.
Oh,
yes.
very cool.
Yes, I will be selling as well.
And I'm sure if anybody's watching, you welcome them to come and talk to you a little bit.
Of course, please. Always come and talk. Yes.
Randy, anything else we should know?
I think we've covered everything. It's just a wonderful weekend. You got to come join us. Like I said, kids, adults, doesn't matter if you're a biker or not. Just come check this out, and I hope you're really inspired.
We're going to put that graphic on the page one more time for you. Cycle Showcase, again, February 8th and February 9th at the City Foundry. There's movies involved. There's bikes involved. There's artists. You got it all. After you cap out with them, make sure you follow us. You can always connect with us on Facebook, YouTube, X, and Instagram. You can always drop us a line. Let us know what you think. We want to hear from you. And don't forget to download the STL TV Now app. That app is right there on your phone. You can get that and check it out. You don't want to miss us. I will see you next time.